Turtle Rock ceases development on Evolve, Tiger Knight Empire Wars makes a surprise entrance on Steam, all that and more. I'm Zach Sharpson, this is Free to Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, CD Projekt Red has moved their free-to-play Witcher 3 inspired card game Gwent into closed beta. Invites have already been mailed out for the testing phase, and PC and Xbox One players are already playing rounds, while PlayStation 4 players will have to wait a bit. If you don't already know what Gwent is, chances are you need to go out and purchase the record-breaking open-world RPG called The Witcher 3. It's a fantastic title. It's one of the more unique card games to come about, allowing those who are best at bluffing and deception to enter the winner's circle. Personally, I'm very hyped for it because I didn't play too much of it within The Witcher 3, plus CD Projekt Red deserves more of my money due to the fact that they are great developers and I appreciate their business practices as a consumer. So whatever they have to purchase, I'll likely purchase it, at least up to about $30 worth. Are you guys hyped for Gwent just like I am? Leave me a comment down below. On December 10, Tron Worlds and XL Games will unleash a brand new update for their free-to-play sandbox MMORPG ArcheAge. Called Revelation, Update 3.0 is the game's biggest update thus far. Players will be able to play as two new races, the Dwarves and the Warborn. These races do come complete with new animation skills and new empowered forms. Revelation also adds 5 new zones to the world, introduces a new fresh start server to both the NA and EU server lists, and plenty of new land for bots, players, to claim. Those of you already at endgame can start to tackle the challenge of gaining abyssal power, which allows you to use powerful new skills that will change the way your character plays. If you're still into ArcheAge, sounds like you'll have plenty of stuff to check out, plus for the finer details, be sure to check out their official website. Despite what seemed to be a very successful free-to-play transition a few months ago, Evolve has entered Stage 3, aka the ceasing of development. I'm sorry, too soon, I know. This move didn't really seem to be Turtle Rock's desire though, as they posted the following on their forums. This is the life of AAA game developers who aren't self-funded and don't own their IP. We don't get to make the call, we all know that going in, but we still sign the dotted line because we love what we do, end quote. Being published by 2K Games, it does seem that 2K just didn't feel the game was successful enough to warrant further development, possibly wanting to use Turtle Rock's expertise on another project. That said, Evolve servers will remain online for the foreseeable future. However, there are no more updates that will be released. Those of you out there who really enjoyed it, like myself, better go out and play it as much as you can because sooner or later, the plug is going to be completely pulled. Sad to see development cease, but just like Turtle Rock said, that's just how things work sometimes. After some bad news, we got some good news. A new game has entered the mix. Yes, Oasis Games has officially launched their free-to-play tactical combat game Tiger Knight Empire War into Steam Early Access. If you played Mountain Blade before, Tiger Knight may look somewhat similar. The game offers players the chance to command troops in all-out warfare or take on their enemies themselves. To offer a more realistic experience, the developers have designed over 400 weapons, 400 armor types, and 75 arms types, allowing for greater character customization. Another cool feature is the addition of mounted combat in destructible environments. After checking the game out myself for the first time in a long time, I'm puzzled as to what I think about it. The game has potential, but its performance needs a ton of work, the UI is very cluttered, and as they state numerous times in the early access panel, the translation needs a lot of work. However, it's gotten over 80% on Steam, and people seem to be digging it, so hopefully they polish it up fairly quickly because I had some fun with it, and I can't wait to spend more time with it. However, due to being puzzled, it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked what scale of PvP do you prefer? A user by the name of Jeremy MZC stated the following. Large battlegrounds are fun, but always turn into a great mess. 6v6 would be much more tactical since you have fewer players. Plus, it would also allow other game modes to get implemented in an MMO such as Deathmatch, etc. Thanks for your guys' responses. Most of you tend to agree that variety is good, but I saw most of your preferences lean towards smaller battlegrounds rather than large-scale warfare. This week's question is, has any game puzzled you when trying to form an opinion on it? Curious if you guys had any puzzling experiences, what they were, and if the game ended up hooking you in. Last up in the news this week, if you're looking for a hack-and-slash free-to-play MMO, Mu Legend might be your game. After spending 5 years in development, the game has finally entered closed beta testing, which will last up until November 8th. The successor to Mu Online features 4 playable classes, the Dark Lord, Whisperer, Blader, and War Mage. It also offers players a variety of activities and features, such as a selection of dungeons, a guild system, and an arena. Right now, you'll need to be lucky enough to snag a key in order to check it out, but until then, our own Mike Byrne, aka Magic Man, released a first look for it not too long ago. So definitely be sure to check that out if you're curious about the hack-and-slash title. Speaking of feeling lucky, be sure to check out our giveaways page. Yes, be sure to head on over to mmobomb.com, check out that page, bookmark it, and check it daily to ensure you never miss one. Signing out until next week's show, my name is Zach Sharps, and I'll catch you guys next time.